You've got to embody the version of you that maintains this next level, not the version of you that is trying, or the version who gets it. Let's unpack this some more. I'm not sure what you know about deep internal transformation, because if you want to change your external world, you've got to start with yourself. And the three things that I get all my clients to focus on is, number one is self-identity. Number two is mindset. I call it the Atelier mindset. And number three, emotional elegance, because you've got to be able to manage all the uncertainties in life, because everything outside you is unpredictable, uncertain, and wildly chaotic. But let's get back to the version of you that is going to maintain this new realm that you are building. If you keep thinking about yourself as I'm striving, I'm trying, play with that word there, because words have energetic meaning to them, and the word try means that something isn't ready to change. And then this is where, when we try, I'm trying hard, we fall back into our wounded inner child, we fall back into our good student, we fall back into trying to force things when they're not ready to happen. So this version of you, the version of you that maintains, it comes from the nuances of how you move through life. So it's how you talk to yourself, the language. You've got to focus on what you want, not what you don't want and what you don't have. You've got to focus on what you have right here, right now. So you've got to amplify that gratitude and the appreciation every single day, training yourself to be this version of you that maintains. So whenever I'm making any decisions about my life, around money, around my body, business, relationships, I know I can't come from the past version of me that got me to the here, right now. Because that version got me here, and if I want to go into my other realms, and there's so many realms available for you and me in life, I come from this new version. And so in my work, what I train all my clients to do is to connect deeply with their body, because inside your body is your wisdom, your inner knowing, your intuition, your GPS, your guidance. And then also you've got to train yourself to connect to your higher self. I call it your inner muse. And if you've listened to any of my other videos, my inner muse is the one that has kept me going. Wanted to snort up so much cocaine up my nose and drink myself into oblivion. My inner muse told me, there is more for you. There is more for you. You are not okay right now, but you will be okay. And so your job, my job as well, is to keep ourselves connected to all of this, because that pulls us out of past versions of us. And the past version of you is the version that tries, is always trying to get. And even in that getting, can you hear again, trying, getting, it's that grasping. It's like, oh, I want it. The thing is, when you want something, it's just out your reach. It's just out your reach. You want to become the woman that it is inevitable. There is no self-doubt. There's no question about it. What you want is there. You're strutting into it. You've already created it, because you've created it in your mind, and now you're becoming the woman that whatever you want over there is like, oh, I want this woman. I'm so attracted to this woman. And then this unpacks that stop chasing and attract. You're the one who has to attract what you want to you. And it all starts and ends with your inner world. Stop relying on external circumstances to tell you things are going well. Because, and this is one thing that I perpetually am learning on my journey, is that as I'm growing, as I'm evolving, as I'm stepping into new realms, new versions of myself, I cannot get my validation from my external world, because my external world has not caught up to my inner world. And so it is that level of deep trust, that deep belief that is what is for me, it's there. I need to become the woman that manages it, that holds it. Because if you've ever self-sabotaged a dream that you've pulled into your reality, there is your red flag waving, because It's telling you that you couldn't manage it. You didn't change your inner world. And actually, if I put an analogy on this, years and years ago, what I used to do was train my body really, really hard in the gym, and I would lose all the weight, get super lean, get muscly, and have a great diet. And then all of a sudden, I would just start to binge eat, stop going to the gym, put all the weight back on. I didn't evolve myself enough back then, gosh, that was quite a long time ago, that was about 14 years ago now, into the woman who managed it. I was the one who kept chasing it, and then when I got it, I couldn't hold it. So when you're making decisions, when you're thinking about what do I have to do next, what you have to do is you have to, in my world, lean back. You've got to practice the art of leaning back, and then that's when you start connecting with your GPS, your wisdom, your higher self, your inner muse. And this voice, these feelings, these sensations, they're not like gonna shout at you and all the answers are gonna come to you in one fell swoop. No. What happens is that as you lean back and you create more pause, more spaciousness around what you're doing and what your choices are, the answers start filtering in. Also, what this is doing over and over again, as you become a woman who can manage her big dreams, you are validating yourself. You are celebrating yourself. You are witnessing yourself. And all of that, you need that, because you cannot wait for anyone to give you permission to tell you everything is okay, to give you all the answers all the time, because it's going to always come from their point of view. You're training yourself to be the woman who can manage bigger things, bigger financial commitments, bigger businesses, more intimate, conscious relationships. Remember, what got you here won't get you there. So coming back to my clients, when I talk to my clients, I'm always asking them, well, what do you think about this? And they normally say, I don't know. I'm like, all right, and what if you did know? Because the other thing, before we finish this video, is that inside you, there are all these little parts of you. There's your inner child, there's your wounded inner child, there's your rebel, there's the part of you that was traumatized in her 20s and her 30s. That I don't know how old you are, but the thing is, you've got all these parts of you, and all these parts of you are so used to rushing up and giving you the answer. They are past versions of you. You have to take good care of them, and you have to evolve this current version of you that's in the present moment. So yes, you have to become the woman who manages her dream life.